It's Tuesday, January 28th, 2020, and here is the news. Dateline, Sabertrio. So what's going on with Sabertrio? Well, their Etsy store is closed. We know this. The other thing is, if you go to their website, you'll find out that they've recently had to label all their sabers as out of stock. And this is a temporary situation, but it may go on for a while. And I will tell you why. The city of Wuhan, which is in China, is under quarantine because of the coronavirus. And that's supposed to last until February 10th. And apparently, Wuhan is a city that makes a lot of the materials for Sabertrio's sabers. So, what that means is they had to be responsible and refrain from taking more orders for sabers that they wouldn't be able to fulfill within a reasonable time frame. They are still promising to fulfill the orders of all the sabers that they currently have, and I'll give you the deets on that. Uh, let's see what they have to say here. Uh, well, it's not as parsed out as easy to follow as I was hoping it would be. But suffice it to say, the one thing that has everybody concerned is the fact that they're supposed to be releasing the Vectra. And they are going to go ahead and release the Vectra, and that's going to happen Thursday night Eastern Standard Time at 10 p.m. And the thing is due to the limitation of materials, they are going to only be able to make. They're going to release 30, so they're only going to be able to make 30 Vectras with the release date, and so. The prices for the sabers for a stunt is $199, an FX is $3.25, and a Neo is $499. And it's going to take at least 12 to 22 weeks for them to produce that. After that, there won't be any more orders that they will be taking. So that's unfortunate, and it's reasonable. I mean, this is sometimes things like this happen. And these are all circumstances that are out of their control. Now they said, if I remember, that they're looking for alternative resources for the materials that they need, but it takes a while to make these kinds of arrangements. So it could be several months before they get back on track and start producing the sabers that everyone wants. So I'm just providing this information as a just as a warning to everyone, because I'm always telling people to get Sabertrio sabers because I honestly think that they're some of the best. At least, that's my opinion. But now it's going to be very difficult to get your hands on them. So I'm very lucky that I was able to get my Mira when I did. In fact, if I had waited a couple more weeks, I probably wouldn't have been able to get one. So I'm happy about that. And so, like I said, if you have orders placed, they do plan on filling them. So that's not too bad. It's just if you want to order one, it's going to take a while. Now, I was planning on getting the Vectra and maybe get a NeoPixel Vectra, but I don't know. With only 30 available, I think it's going to be really difficult to get your hands on one. So what I thought was, and this is actually what I'm going to do, is I have an order for a saber with Genesis Custom Sabers for what they call what Rob calls a dark vector, and that's a saber that runs CFX. And I wasn't going to get NeoPixel on that, but unfortunately I did place the order 2 or 3 months ago, and he never got to it because of the holidays. It is what it is. I mean, he's just one guy, so obviously his workload was probably pretty substantial. So I contacted him, and it's only an extra $21 to upgrade it to NeoPixel. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna get my CFX NeoPixel fix through Rob of Genesis Custom Sabers, but I probably won't see that saber until April or May. So it's gonna be a good long while. And that's kind of depressing. But I've also kind of decided unless a really, really good deal comes along. I've got a lot of sabers that are kind of being produced right now from, Saber Forge and Ultra Sabers and, some other, companies, custom diversions. And it's getting to the point where, communication with a lot of these companies is starting to get really, really spotty. And I can't help but wonder if this situation with China is kind of affecting the industry overall. That's something that everyone's probably going to be, want to be aware of is the fact that, the lead times and the turnaround times for a lot of these sabers is going to probably become kind of ridiculous. So whenever there's an opportunity to get something that's pre-made, that might be the way to go. Which is a shame because I wanted to get a Mira with the light side Pico crumble, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen now unless I got a Vectra. Who knows? It seems like it would be kind of a waste to get a Vectra with just an FX. I think with a saber like that, I've seen just the 2 or 3 pictures they've shown that really looks like a NeoPixel saber. But I'm excited about getting my dark side vector in NeoPixel, and I'll deal with the blade later. I might just repurpose the blade from my from another saber. I only have 2 that have NeoPixel. So yeah, that's the latest Sabertrio news, and it's rather unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is, and they are being responsible and doing the right thing. So I recommend going to Facebook and checking out the Sabertrio page if you have any kind of concern about this situation. A lot of you out there probably don't really care too much, but it's worth reading. And I definitely would recommend. I mean, you want to be a little bit informed in world events, and this is kind of one of those things that's going on. And I mean, it's not like everyone's in imminent danger. It's not like the contagion outbreak that you see in science fiction movies, but it is definitely something serious that needs to be dealt with. So, my thoughts go out to the people of Wuhan and the other people in the world and in America that are currently struggling with this virus. It's a serious thing. It's a respiratory virus, and these things can be pretty serious, especially for the elderly or people that are already suffering from other types of respiratory ailments. So dealing with a little bit of a delay in a Saber shipment. You really can't complain too much because this is a serious situation. Not only that, you have people who are not working. I mean, they've closed all the factories in Wuhan, so their economy's taking a hit, and this must be really hard on the people in that city. So just remember that our petty little grievances with our sabers is a minor inconvenience compared to what people are going through out there. So please show kindness and please show understanding and empathy and compassion, and it's important to be very, very understanding. And that's pretty much the impetus of what I wanted to say here. So there you go. All right, well, anyway, so again, I keep turning this on and off. I like these 3 colors. This is really, really beautiful. All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's the end of this video for tonight. I have no new sabers tonight. Nothing shipped as usual, and no other news, no other salient news other than what I just told you. So anyway, if you have any questions, or if you want any links or anything like that, I may post them to at least this page so everyone can see what I'm talking about. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.